Hello everyone, I'm going to show you in this video how to create a new itinerary. So as mentioned before, all the information, all the benefits and features of TravelPal are built out of information that you enter when you create a new itinerary. So to create an itinerary, you go to Itineraries and then select Create New Itinerary. So I'll click that and it shows me this page. So it's a six-step process. First thing you need to do, and you'll notice if you try to skip a process, let's say I go to step 4 now, it will tell me I have to go in sequence. So I have to click step 2 as the next sequence. I click that, it will tell you need to enter some details. So let me enter itinerary name, May 5th, coast trip, and it's on, I click on start date here, oops, click that, say May 5th, I click here again, and that was a start date. I put an end date. Let's say the end date is May 8th, and select that. And then now I can click on step 2. And step 2 asks for entering the key customer contact. For each itinerary that you create, it requires one contact from that itinerary so that it can track that information and build intelligence for you. Let's say a year from now, you can come back and look, hey, who was I doing business with in May 5th? Who was going on a trip at that time? That way you can reach out to that customer for a renewal business. Okay, so I'm going to enter a customer. Let's say, John. I'm just making up names. If it's a new customer, it's just you just enter the details, enter the name, at Yahoo or something, and so on, right? But let's say this is a customer that has done business with me before, so I'm going to start typing, and as I type, if it's someone that I've done business with before and I create an itinerary in TravelPal, that person's name will appear, and I can select that, and then it will auto-populate some details here. So I encourage you to do that. When it's a repeat customer, when you type the name, the customer will pop up, and you just select the pop-up, and then all the details will be filled in. So that customer is a very important feature. Even though you may have several customers, several people in the itinerary, you need to enter the key person so that you can reach out to them again in the future. You also need to enter the total number of customers. So let's say it's Shiko and her family, and their family of 5. I would put 5. Okay, so that includes Shiko in this case. Okay, and then I click step 3 when I'm done, and then it allows me to. This is the page where I could enter activities, and it gives you instructions on how to do that. You can click next day, and you see how the dates are changing here. So you can enter details. You can enter itineraries for several different dates. So let me enter one here. Let's say lunch. All right, you can enter the time for the lunch. Club G foods. And then the cost per customer, charge per customer, and some notes, grab and go lunch. And I click save and add new activity. Then now notice it's been posted here. By the way, it was on May 5th. That's why it's loaded on May 5th. Let's say I have to do that every day. I can either enter the same details here and keep changing the date. I can go to Wednesday, May 6th, and then enter the same details. Or I can copy that. If it's going to be the same activity over and over, I can just copy it. Or I can delete it. If I copy too many times, I can delete one. And then I can say, I want this activity to be on May 6th. So you can click change date. And then I click that, May 6th, click save. And then it pops up on May 6th. And then let's say I say on May 7th, I'm going to have a vehicle rental. And they're supposed to pick it up at, let's say 10 a.m. Vehicle rental place, whatever the place is, and then the cost per customer for the vehicle rental. Let's say it's 50. How much am I going to actually charge them? 100, and then click save. Okay. So you can enter that kind of detail over and over and over, and then when you're satisfied, you can go to step 4. So click step 4 to see a summary, and it will show you the cost and charge for each activity and the number of customers, and then over here it shows you the summary. So total cost is 550, overall charge per customer is 200, overall cost per customer, and then the total overall charge, the amount that you're charging the customers for this is 1,000. So you expect to gain 450. Okay, so it figures that out by subtracting the charge information from the cost. And then next thing, if I'm satisfied, then I'll go to step 5. And this is the information that a customer would see. Notice it doesn't show any of the cost information. The cost is a true cost. The charge is what you would charge that allows you to have a little bit extra, a profit or a gain for each activity that you're setting up for the customer. Now, let's say you want to create a quote of this. The way you do this is click this link, create PDF. It starts loading, and this is a document that is loaded that you can now email the customer. Okay, you can save it as an attachment, and then it's still loading, by the way. When it's done, you can save it as an attachment and then email it to your customer, or even email the link here. Okay, well, the link is a temporary link, so after a certain period of time, let's say 30 days or 40 days, the link disappears. But for now, you see, this is a PDF document. You can save it. You can go ahead and save it if you like. I don't want to save it, but yes, you can save it. And here's a list of activities that I created for the overall itinerary. It shows you the charge and total amount due that the customer needs to pay. Okay, so I'm going to go backwards. And let's say I'm satisfied with this. I'm going to send the customer the PDF document. Now I want to go ahead and save this itinerary in my records. So I'll go click step 6 and then click save itinerary. But before I do that, let me show you some features here. Notice how the total charge in step 5, it says total amount due is 1,000. Okay, that means the customer should pay. The payment outstanding is 1,000 until they pay. So when the customer comes and pays, you come here and then enter the amount that they've paid. So let's say they give you a deposit of 500. You enter the amount and you see how the payments outstanding as 500. Now let's say they paid everything. They paid 1,000. So payments outstanding is 0. And now since I've paid everything, I will change the status. Instead of open or awaiting customer payment, I would say full payment received. So I click that. It means it's been paid. And I can click save itinerary. Okay. Once I do that, it's going to be loaded here. This is the page that's for view my itineraries. Okay, it's the same thing as click going to itineraries and then view my itineraries. So scroll down. This is where the itinerary is located. Okay, you can click it again. You can change some details if you like. Come back here. You can click all the various different steps. It shows you the customer and so on. The name. You can change it again if you like. All right. So the way I'd use it is once the customer makes a status or pays for the itinerary, I'd come here and make the payment and then click save itinerary. So that is how you create an itinerary. I have another video also on how to create a template, which allows you to very easily create itineraries without having to go through the 6-step process. Thank you.